Hi guys, welcome to another Learn Electronics repair video. This is coming for repair from one of the bars. This is the guy who had the 600 watt powered mixer that I repaired a couple of weeks ago. The one that was quite a tricky one to fix, but we got there in the end, yeah. So obviously he was quite pleased with the results of that one, and he's asked me if I can fix this one. So this is a radio mic, quite obviously. It's a Shure SM58. I think it's quite a decent radio mic. Maybe not Sennheiser quality, but not bad. So we have that. We have two power supplies. Okay, interesting. So we have two power supplies tied up in a knot. This one's a 12 volt 1.5 amp. If I can extract it from the other one, eventually, not included, not with a K, yeah, cannot. This is another power supply. There's another 12 volt 3 amp. Maybe has a power supply and a spare power supply. What's this thing? Joy Room wireless charger. 5 volts 1.5 out. Oh, this looks like one of those little docking stations. Well, not docking station, but USB backup power packs for a mobile phone. Obviously the audio cable and the receiver held together with gaffer tape. Nice. Gaffer tape, yeah. This stuff is like the Force, you know. The Force be with you, yeah. Gaffer tape is like the Force because it has a light side and a dark side and it binds the universe together, yeah. I am sure between the cracks of reality we will find gaffer tape. So, what do we have? And how do we diagnose it? This comes apart. The top comes off actually. Oh, okay. There's like three little like terminals in here. Is one of them bent? I can see obviously there's like three terminals on here. Let's zoom down a little bit. Yeah, okay. I don't think they are bent. They're like little springy clips. Yeah, they're springy. I'd imagine they're probably making contact onto this. It looks like they should be working, to be honest. I wonder if you can effectively put different heads on this for some reason. Why it's designed that way. So that can go on there. Let's take the other end off. Whoa! And there's a 9 volt battery stuffed up the back end of it. Yeah. Okay, 9 volt battery. Well, obviously, first thing then is the battery any good? How short a video would that be, eh? If it turns out it's just got a dead battery. You wouldn't believe that, would you? But it wouldn't be the first time, yeah? It would not be the first time. No, this guy obviously knows how to put a replacement battery in. So we can say the battery's good. So we can stick this onto here. Okay. Does this turn on? Oh yeah, the green light comes on as well. It's got a green light. Ah, okay, this might be the problem. I don't know. There's a switch here that says on and mute, and it's kind of like, oh no, it does move. It's just not easy to move. It's not easy to move without fingernails, by the way. Whoever you were who insisted I cut my fingernails. I'll tell you what, I'm growing them back again, yeah, they're very useful things, fingernails, when it comes to repair work. Okay, so we have that, and it lights up. Okay. So, let's zoom back out. That's a bit better, yeah. Next thing, I guess, is a power supply any good? I'll try this one. Just plug it in. It didn't explode or anything. There's no lights on it, but shouldn't be too difficult to determine if we have any power coming out of it. Okay, so positive in the middle. Oh, I think we might have. Yeah, we got 12 volts coming out of that. This says DC input 12 volts, and it's positive to the middle, so we can plug that in. Oh, and it comes on. Okay, so it powers on. So the question is now, I guess, is how do we figure out? Oh, something's happening. Maybe so I'm touching these. Is that? Don't know. Does it when you're not looking, doesn't it? Is the microphone transmitting? Is the question, or is this not receiving? Oh, that's interesting. So I've switched the microphone on, and the lights up. Oh, now it's on B. Oh, I see. I bet it goes between the two. That's on B. B. No, it liked A once, and now it's on B. I'm guessing it's just at random finding whichever is the best channel to use, interference-wise. Okay, it likes B. So that's fair enough. So, we put that on there. Well, and we turn the volume up, which is up to maximum. You would think if I was kind of like doing that, maybe the peak light would flash. Oh, okay. So it looks to me, yeah, this is obviously sending an RF carrier to here, but is it sending any audio? Oh, it's back on A now. How to find that out? Because I don't have like an RF receiver on whatever frequency this is on, which I'm going to look up first. And I don't have a sender, like a transmitter, so it's a little bit hard to determine given the equipment I have. 173 megahertz, 0.8. So this is VHF, 173.8. I wonder. I think I'll open this up actually and see if I can see any audio inside it, but I'm just wondering, that's kind of like in the VHF band for a TV, analog TV. And if I can kind of like set my analog TV to that frequency, I wonder if I, you know, speaking to this, I might get some interference pattern on the screen of the TV that kind of like shows me something is happening. And that might tell me if this is working. Okay, we can try that if I can find the remote for my TV. I'm not sure if I can. If not, let's open this up and let's see if we can work it out that way. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find the remote for my TV. It's here somewhere. So I can't try those sort of shenanigans. But what I can do, first off, is just check this cable's good and connect this to my mixer, the one I use for recording off my YouTube audio microphone, and see at least whether, you know, is it working? That's the first question. Is it actually working? So we can go to ohms range. We can just check this cable's good. So, you know, let's do the obvious things. Yeah, let's do all the obvious things. That looks okay. That looks okay. So if I connect this to my mixer, let me see if I can get any sound out of it. Okay, I think I found a way to kind of prove what's going on with this. I'll just have to move this camera. So you can see down here, this is my audio mixer. So the yellow microphone cable is what I'm using to record the videos. And then the black one I've plugged in on this lead is going to the radio mic. So if I now switch the microphone on and we watch the lights, see that? On and then off. I got a bump on the lights, yeah. So I'm pretty sure the receiver is effectively working and the microphone isn't working, like there's no audio. So it's transmitting but not transmitting any audio. That's my best guess from the way this is operating. Obviously without the correct equipment it's not so easy. I've seen a kit on PCBWay actually for building a transmitter that goes up to about 255 megahertz. I might actually build one of those. That might be useful for testing radio mics, but I have the PCBs here. Perhaps look at that on another video shortly. But at the moment, we're just down to what we have. So I think we have a best guess is that the audio side of this isn't working, but the RF side is working. Also, actually, I've just noticed that if I turn the volume all the way down on here, I don't see that on the mixer when I switch this one off. When the volume's all the way up, I do see it. So that makes me even more confident the problem is in here. So let's see if we can do anything with this. The first thing is how to get it apart and what's likely to be wrong with it. And I suspect the problem is possibly a connection, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if the problem is in here. Oh, this might help, you know. We have this pin is marked audio in on here. That's this one. I wonder if I can, yeah, maybe do something where if I'm touching that pin maybe with something on my finger to introduce some interference into the audio in, I might actually be able to see if the problem is in this half. Let me have a go at that. Okay, so I'm sure you can see the lights that are lit up. Now if I take this half of the microphone, and this is just, you know, effectively a piece of metal, and I touch the audio in, if you watch on the lights, it's not very dramatic, but it is working, but I have to show you elsewhere. Let me just see how this works. Okay, you can see this is my DaVinci Resolve. This is where I'm recording now, yeah. So both microphones are plugged in. You see as I speak, that's going up and down, yeah? Hello. Yeah, you see it. Now watch. I'll shut up and I'm going to touch this audio in, and watch that meter on the bottom of the screen there, just above my empty, by the way, Coke can. Right, ready. Let's touch the pin. See it? Let's do it again. Ready? Now. God knows what that sounds like on this recording. I've just thought of that. You'll hear that on the recording, yeah? So, we know for sure, and I'll just turn the input down on the mixer now. So this one is turned all the way down. It just has a less effect. I think we can say for sure that the problem is in here. So, for those of you who are shouting out at the screen, you have to realise I can't hear the output from this mixer into the DaVinci Resolve. If I had monitor speakers on, it would feed back into the microphone and at least make an echo, and at worst make a howl, yeah? So, we've proved the problem is inside here pretty much conclusively. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got here. So that comes off. This goes in the bin, by the way. And somehow I need to get inside this. This is probably not designed particularly to come apart, not easily. Yeah, that's kind of like on a spongy thing. It looks like there's a load of like tags on here, and if I take them off, I can probably get this piece off it. I don't see any easy way to get at this. Let me see if I can get it apart. This is not going to come out easily, that's for sure. I don't think it's designed to come out. It moves a little bit, but not much. I'm going to lift up these little tabs and see what's on the other side of this. Well, it does say on here, do not attempt to open or turn. And I was kind of doing that with it, yeah, which is probably not a good thing. So I'm guessing there's some wires down here which go onto there, and this is not the way to go into it. So I'm back again to, can I unscrew this bottom part of it? I mean, it's possible this is kind of like threaded into here, and maybe if I can grab this with something, I can undo this. I mean, obviously it must come apart somehow because it's being put together somehow. Yeah, it must be possible to get in here, but it doesn't look like they've made it easy to get in here. I think really I'm down to either try to unscrew this to see if it's threaded into here, or to lift up these little tabs and try and take this off. Now, looking at microphones in the past, I've had a fair bit of success by lifting the little tabs and effectively taking these things off, but I don't know if that's the case with this one. I don't see any other particular way into it. No. Okay, let me do my best, or let me do my worst. Yeah, see if I get into this thing. Well, the first attempt looks good because that one's now gone flat. Yeah, I looked at these kind of this way and I can see they're actually just like pushed inwards, and if I get a pair of needle nose pliers I can bend these flat. Yeah, so I'm fairly sure this is actually the way into it, or a way into it. So let's push these flat out of the way, and I'm assuming I can push them back where they were. Let's see whether we can now get inside this one way or another. There might be another way, you know, with this, and that might be called like go and Google it and see if somebody can tell me how to dismantle the microphone. So before I do any worse than I've done so far, I think I'll actually do that as well and see if I can find out how to dismantle this. Well, there was at least one video, and it seems my idea was actually a good one, that you need to bend these inwards and then lift out this little plate, and it's not particularly easy to do. So that's how the guy had done it. I've got the tabs all bent flat. It's getting something down here narrow enough to actually flick it out, and this isn't it. So let me see if I can find something that might be a bit better than that. I mean, this is sharper, but it's bent at the wrong angle. One way or another I need to get this all. I've just moved it a bit then. Yeah, it's going. It's going. Not easy, but it's lifting up a little bit, so I'm pretty sure if I keep going at it like this way, I probably will be able to get us off here. Just a bit awkward. So let's come in from a different direction and see if that actually helps. I scratched it a little bit, but not a lot of choice here, guys. I need to get into it one way or another. I wonder if like a vacuum sucker might have done it, but I don't have anything. Well, I might have something actually. Yeah, I do have, but it's too big. This is meant for a mobile phone, so that's not going to help. So we'll have to just furk away at this until I'll see if I can actually get inside it. Got it, guys. So we have two wires going down into here. We have some components on this, and then we have a bolt which goes through here, which I'm assuming holds the this cartridge on. Well, these two wires, these look okay. I don't think there's a problem there. I think the problem is going to be further down inside this. I think I'll, yeah, if I desolder these two wires off here, then we can get further inside this. We might be able to figure out where the problem is. Assuming my initial diagnosis is correct that the problem is in here, I'm fairly reasonably confident that's the case, but I'm not experienced with these things, guys, you know. This is me learning the same as the rest of you, hopefully learning. I mean, you might be learning how not to do this, yeah. You might be learning when best to leave things alone, yeah. So, okay, let's see if we can just get this off here. I guess it's made of metal, so it's not going to melt. Well, it looks like a bit of leaded solder is going to help with this. A bit of leaded solder on the iron. Now let's see if I can get it out. So I'll just get hold of the wire. Yeah, that's off, okay. It's quite nicely marked positive where the red wire is, so we know that's the positive, so we can unsolder this without having to make a note of what goes where. Okay, so we got that bit. There's 2 wires that come from the microphone, but there's like 3 contacts on here. It doesn't make a lot of sense that one of them's ground, because you've got a ground on the thing anyway. So I'm not really sure exactly what the 3rd contact is doing. Okay, a little PCB transistor on there. We might have to look at that. So this is the other half of it. So yeah, let's see if we undo this bolt and then see what happens. Well, I could get like a nut spinner, but this seems to be fairly easy to turn just with the long nose pliers. So we can take this off here. Just undo that. There's a little couple of washers on there as well, so you get rid of those. Does this now come out? Not easily. Oh yeah, if I push on that it does. So we'll push this through here. And then the whole thing's moving down. Do you know, I thought that would have added. Maybe this comes off this little PCB by the looks of it. Let's see if we can get this thing off here. I'm sure I should have watched the rest of the video actually, but let's see if we can. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to just clean the solder off these 2 things here, these 2 posts, and then hopefully this will come off, and then I think it will come apart. So we'll get a bit of braid. Let's see if we can clean the solder off this. I think basically the solder on the ends of it is stopping the post going back through the PCB. Let's have a look. Yeah, try that. Get one of these things that can actually hook behind it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else holding this on, it's just there, it's there. Okay, now then, we now need to know which way it goes around because the plus sign is only on here. So I'll take a, yeah, I've marked it with a pen, that's the positive. And we have another bolt, or rather the same bolt has another nut on here. So I'm guessing this has to also unscrew. Yeah, probably better with a nut spinner, but let's see if we can just do it. Hopefully getting with my fingers if it's not too hot now. Or just, no. Yeah, this looks like it's going to work. I mean, I don't see anything wrong so far. That's why I'm going deeper inside this to see if I can actually, hopefully, just find a broken wire. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's off. Another washer on this rubbery thing. Oh, I see. So I think I'm going to have to put all these bits in order now, so I know which order it all goes back together. I'm just going to kind of like lie everything out in order of which it came off. Okay. So this now might just, yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. So that's that bit. So is this where the problem lies? Let's just see if we measure any resistance across this. I don't know what it would read, but I guess it wouldn't read open circuit. Or shouldn't read open circuit. Okay, let's go to ohms range. Just 1 moment. Pick that wire up. Let's see. Well, that's interesting, by the way. This one's marked red, but that's the one that was on the positive. I don't know why that should be, but still. Does it read open circuit? It does read open circuit. Oh. Yeah, that's my fingers. It's reading my fingers, the resistance, yeah. This reads open. So we've got a problem in here, guys, somewhere. We just need to figure out where the problem actually is. And it's deeper inside it, that's for sure. Oh, Shure. I keep saying Shure, yeah. I mean, this is all for Shure because it's like a Shure microphone, yeah. How sure can we be about that? Okay. So we've got somewhere in here an open circuit wire. That doesn't want to come easily. Let's try some tweezers. Okay, that's off. Probably fingers, that's off. So yeah, I mean this, right, this is just coming off and there don't seem to be any wires attached to it. Yeah. So how's that supposed to work? How's that supposed to work? And there's a couple of little tags here that look like they should be connecting to something. I think we can say we found the problem, but can we fix it? Can we fix it? I guess there's a coil in here like a speaker. I mean, I don't know. There's another part to keep the order in which they came off. Is this where the wires are supposed to come up? You know, like behind these, maybe? No, I don't see any wires there. No, I don't see any wires there. So, I'm going to have to see if I can get some magnification and look into here to see if I can see anything at all. Okay, guys, so I've figured out now how this is working. The capsule's inside here. And in this bit of tape, can you see there? Running up here, it goes behind this bit. And you can probably see it inside here. So this is the wire that's coming from the capsule. And that must be soldered onto these. And obviously they weren't. They were just open circuit. So to fix this, if we can fix this, we need to reattach these two wires that are running up inside here. I peeled back a bit of this to see how it was working, but I can stick this back down again because there's effectively a bit of tape over the top of the other one here, and the wires running in between the two pieces, and basically the same here as well. So that's where the wires are actually running. The question is, can we actually solder them back on? And I'm guessing this is failed because somebody at some time, and it wasn't working before I got it, has ignored this warning about do not twist or pull. So if I can lift this up on here, just mind me to go into sleep. I'll try to stick that down. If I can effectively peel off this top bit, I should be able to get to the wires. And because it kind of like looked like they looped backwards and forwards a couple of times, it looks like there might be some spare wire enough in here to actually be able to fix this. So let's have a look. Let's take this off. Yeah, can we see that there? I'm fairly sure that line is actually a piece of wire. I can use a bit of Kapton tape or something, I think, to stick this back down. Or no, again, we have two layers. You can see here, I'm sure there's like two layers again. So I need to get in between the layers. In fact, I can see the wire now. It's there, yeah. That's one end of the wire. If I look down the microscope, it's a lot easier for me to actually get it. Yeah, that's one end of the wire there. And the other one, well, is under here somewhere. I can't particularly see where it is. So we get this one off. So we'll peel this one back. And there it is. Yeah, I'll have to do it with my fingers. Who told me to cut my fingernails? I'll stop banging on about that in a minute. I'm growing them back, guys. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah, it's there. Okay, so we now have the two wires. So I think basically what we need to do is to put the little the bolt back on, put this back on and bolt it down, and then reattach the wires. Then hopefully this will be fixed. Right, guys, I've put this back on again because I figured out, although I unscrewed this from the other side of this rubbery diaphragm, I can get this back on over here with this already bolted on. I've got it the right way round, although I have a little tag here with a bit of red mark on. That was taken off from this side where this overlap is. So I know this is in fact the positive lead, and the other one, this side, is actually the negative. So we'll put the blue mark on this one. Now I'm not sure that these wires are going to reach, but what I think I might be able to do is bend these down a little bit to get them to solder, or put a stiff bit of wire like the leg off a resistor onto here so it extends a little bit lower down, and then attach the wire. So let's have a look under the microscope and see whether these are going to be easy to attach or whether I need to extend this in some way to get them to solder on. I'll just zoom down a bit. Okay, we can see where the wire is. Let me just get some tweezers. So the wire is here. Okay, and I need to look down the microscope. I can't do this without stereo vision. I don't know how you guys manage with USB microscopes. So this wire is not long enough to reach this tab where it is. It's very fine. But if I bend this tab downwards a little bit, or as I say, if I solder something through it, I should be able to attach it to there. The other side, which is the blue one, which is here, will this reach? Yeah, again, if I just try and straighten it out a little bit. If I bend this tab down a little bit again, I may well be able to do that. Yeah, I think you can probably see it now from the side view. I hope you can see it as well as I can see it. So this is the wire, and this is the little tag, and we need to fix this back onto here. Yeah, and it's a little bit short, as you can see. So I'm going to try and bend these downwards a little bit. Okay, I gave that a go just off camera. If I can show you, these are very, very rigid, to be quite honest. I think I'll go with the other plan, which is to solder probably like the leg from a resistor down into here, so it extends this way, and then attach the wire onto the leg. I think that might be the better way to do it. So again, we have the wire. No, I think this one I can probably actually get this one to reach. This is the end of the wire. It's really quite fiddly. To get hold of and to persuade it to go where I want it to do. Let's try again. Okay, that one is actually looped in to the end of there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's actually looped through. It's very there. You perhaps be able to see it from that angle. The other thing is, this is going to be like a enamelled wire, so I may have to scrape away a little bit at the end of it to get it to solder. I can see where it is. It's just there, yeah. I'll try and solder it, but I think I may have to sort of scrape away at it a little bit and then solder it. Okay guys, I've got one of them soldered on, and I actually have a contact to it. I can actually measure the continuity from here to the wire just after the solder there. But you'll notice that there's like a spare loop of wires on here. The other one snapped off lower down. I was trying to scrape away at the enamel on it, unfortunately it broke off. So this one, I'm having to peel back this tape. I want to unloop some of this loop here. It's like they must leave a spare bit on these, I'm guessing, in case they go back for repair. They have a little bit of wire they can work with. So we'll get hold of the wire. It's quite difficult to hold this down with something, to be quite honest. It's very fine, extremely fine wire. But we can have a go. So just try and hold this down and then peel this back. And I want to get to this spare length of wire we have here. Busy peeling up now. And I want to unloop part of that. At least that's the theory. I'm not sure how well it's going to work in practice, but we can have a go. So we keep peeling this back until we can get to it. Okay, see if we can do it this way. You can see the wire is kind of like in a loop and it's stuck to the yellow tape. Okay. Okay, now I have it, yeah. I basically have the end of that loop available, I think. Let's have a look. A little bit more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that. So if we lift this up, yeah, I now have a little bit more wire to work with. So we can bring it like so. I'll leave a little bit spare there once again. So we have at least one more shot at this maybe. And then I can effectively try and hold this further downwards. I may have to do it with my fingers actually. I do hope it hasn't broken off again. It's so hard to work with. Now I have quite a length of wire there now. Okay, so I ended up using the entire lot. It's unravelled. Nothing much I can do about that now. So now I have to kind of see if I can, I may be able to take this piece off I soldered on actually and wrap this directly around the post. But first of all, I'm having to see if I can effectively rub off a bit of this enamel coating, and this is what's proving the most difficult to do. Okay guys, I've got it attached but it's not working basically. I'll just show you. You can see if I move that, I'm sure if you watch the wire you'll see it is attached to here, yeah, and the same with this end. I hope the focus is good and you can clearly see it is attached. I was having trouble stripping the enamel back, and then I did a bit of a Google on this, and I found that if you set your soldering iron to 400 degrees centigrade, it effectively melts the enamel and tins, and I did that on both ends. Quite clearly it was tinned, and yet even though I have it soldered on both, if we just set up the test meter, you'll see it doesn't actually work. So I'm on ohms range, just put this where we can see it there, yeah. Okay, I've got that where we can see it. This is what I was trying to scrape it back with, by the way, like a nail file thing. Doesn't work, it kept snapping off. So the other technique definitely did work, but if we now measure this, so we just check for continuity. Yeah, I don't have any continuity. Meter's working, but I'm on resistance range, so it's effectively is open circuit, even though I definitely have a connection to the wires now. So I'm guessing there's some damage here somewhere at the other end where it goes into the actual coil. So that really then brings me to the option of getting him a replacement. So I'll just show you what options are available. If anybody has any better ideas on how to repair this one, yeah, let me know. But I'll just show you what I found. So basically, it has two options really. I mean, I can get a cartridge from AliExpress, which actually looks like the original one, but I doubt very much they are original. But they certainly look the part, and they're like €8.62. Or if we go to Thomann, £83 including VAT. We don't pay the VAT in the Canary Islands, so it should be 20% less than that. I just have to contact them. So I really have the option of buying, or rather the customer has the option of buying a genuine replacement or buying a compatible replacement, and there's quite a difference in price. I'll ask him what he wants to do. I hope to repair this for him quickly. He has another microphone. Effectively, this is his backup, but when one packs in, like when the backup packs in, he likes to get it fixed for when the other one packs in, yeah? So I'll see what he wants to do. I'll be honest, I have no idea whether the one he has in the first place is an original, to be quite honest. So the choice is up to him. There you have it, guys. So this one was a failure. I thought it was going to work, but it didn't. The microphone's repairable. We know what's wrong with it for sure. So we know that replacing this would fix it. And it's basically now what the customer wants to do. I shall still charge him labour anyway, even if he wants me to get a replacement cartridge. It'll just take probably a month off AliExpress and maybe a week or two from Thomann. So that's really the end of that one. Sorry to present a failure today, but you know, guys, you can't fix them all, yeah? No matter what you want to do, you cannot fix them all. Okay, we'll leave it at that, and I'll see you all soon on another Learning Electronics Repair video. Ciao for now, guys.